Welcome back, guys. On this episode we are going to try and get the decking paint off. We're going to try some paint stripper. I've got to also sand the other side of this. As you see from last week's video, we got quite far, and then we can move on to the cabin. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, like I said to start this video, we are coming along really well. That is basically all the top section sanded, apart from, let me jump off it quick, that one patch there, the opposite to this, and the door, but I said I was going to leave a hatch. Going to leave that for now, because that's not a big issue. I can take that off and sand it. I can do, you know, it's easier to do that. What else? Yeah, so we got all this side done last week. I've just got that one bit left there. Like some of you suggested on a couple of videos ago, deck paint, I am going to try and get down to the orange because that is the original gel coat, it seems to be. Yeah, like I said, some of you suggested some paint thinners. So I went out and got some of this. It's a new product apparently, and it seems to be, I've read it up and it seems to be okay. Got to put it on, leave it 30 minutes, and then I've got the old stripping knife. Scraper might be too flimsy, but this has got like a little blade at the end of it, so I can actually get it off a bit better. I'm only going to try a little patch at first, just to make sure everything's okay. I can work with it, and then I'll do maybe like a certain section. I don't want to go overkill, because I want to make sure I can get all this off nicely. And if it works on here, then I can do it on the floor in the cabin, which isn't a big area, but you know, it will definitely help out. So today's main thing is to test this out. Hoovered this whole section up, give it the best fighting chance, and then we can move on to the other side. Just quickly go around there, where, like I said, I need to just sand this section here and the opposite side, because it does go like a point. So I need to sand that, and then that's the deck in there. And then really it's just move on to the, if this works, the stripper works really well, hopefully this week I can get all that side done, all the outside, and then it's just in there, which should be great. It really is starting to come along now. I know it is. For you guys, it is weeks and weeks of sanding. Same as for me, to be honest with you. Obviously, I'm doing it, but it'd just be nice just to get it all sanded, start repairing it, start getting it prepared for the painting. Because as you've seen, if you've seen my previous videos, once you paint, it's just a game changer. It looks really nice. But yeah, let me jump up there, hoover it up, and we'll try this paint stripper. Okay. Okay, and that's all cleaned up. Like I said, I'm going to do probably a test patch just here. I've gone with, is it Polyvine? Sorry, it's a bit dark. So what it's saying here is leave to 30 to 45 minutes, maybe longer. They do say do a test patch, so this is actually perfect to see how long I should leave it for. It could be less time, could be more. I just got to keep checking it. So we'll get this on now, and then what I'll do is put you guys on time lapse so you can see it. It's only going to be a short time lapse, but it'll show you the reaction. Or if it might not even do anything, I might need to look into getting some different stuff. I just went to the local paint company, and this is what they advertised. I have seen others on Amazon I could probably order. We'll do this test. Just gonna quickly grab a brush and do it while you guys can see it. It says put quite a liberal amount on, so I'll put quite a bit on, but not too much. Yeah. So it says shake it well. It's like a gel. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever used this stuff, so you guys are seeing it firsthand. And we'll just put some. That should do it for now, I reckon, just to do. And then just. They say do not let it dry out. I have read it does say it's what's it? It was saying. Just quickly reading it for you. It's a friendly varnish and paint remover. Doesn't leave odours. It's non-toxic. So that's why I'm not wearing a mask at the moment. I probably will wear a mask once I get a lot of it on. I know this is probably a bit boring for you guys, but it's just a good test. And then when I do it all, I can just fast forward it. See what it's like. Yeah. Okay, so I'll set you guys up on a time lapse, and see you in about 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, I did do a test at 30 minutes. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can see just around this area here, it's starting to flake up. I did scrape here. You can see it's starting to take it off very slowly. So I don't know. It does say I can keep reapplying it. But that is going to take a long time, I think. Just trying to work out what would be the best, because that is what, like I said, that's over 45 minutes now. Yeah, I don't think this paint strip is going to be the one. There might be some other ones you guys can suggest. There is a couple. Sorry about that, someone turned up. Yeah, there is a couple I've seen. There is, I think it's paint panthers, or I'm not too sure. But I did scrape a little bit more. It's just not good enough, because if you guys can see this area here, there is the light blue, dark blue, and then an even darker blue, and then obviously the yellow, orange. not really too sure. I could leave it on there for longer, but I think the sander could probably get it off a lot quicker. Yeah, well, like I said, I've got a lot to do. I've got to do all this side and cabin, so what I'll do now is probably, not today, tomorrow, because that's probably going to be it for today. It was only supposed to be going to be a short day today. Let me just quickly grab you off the stand. Yeah, so tomorrow I think what I'll do is I'll start sanding this again, move on to the cabin. By then, hopefully, I can do a bit more research, or you guys can let me know in the comments what you think. But for this sort of paint, if it was a small section, it might be worth it, because what I would do now is get another layer of stuff back on there, eat away at it. But you know, if this is like £22 for 1 litre, if I'm going to keep doing layers and layers, I can see me eating through it. But it's definitely done something. You can see all the blue in there now. Yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, still the same day. I actually put another layer on. I've just scraped it off now. I left that one on for an hour. I got talking to someone. Well, I put it on and got talking to someone, and I left it on for an hour. Well, I did a few bits around here, so hoovered up, swept up, just a little bit cleaner. Let's have a look. It is not really done much. You can see all the blue in there that I've just scraped off. It's not worth me doing it. I can 100% sand it quicker than this. Like I said before, I will do some research and see if I can find anything better or try a different paint. Also, what I have done is, if I can get to it, I've done a little patch job on here. I've still got about 5-10 minutes left. You can't really see it at the moment, but I have done a little square here just because it is different paint. You know, if I can use that up and do all of this quickly, that saved me a lot of time. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes and we will check that out. Okay, you'll have to excuse the camera work. I just want to show you real time. I don't want to try and see what we can get off here. That's been half an hour on this one. I would say it's definitely taking the first layer off. It's very gummy. That makes sense. You can see it just there. I'll be back. I'm going to try and see if I can get it off. Okay, sorry about it. Keep stopping, starting, stop, starting. I'm just trying to... So you can see the square I've done there. It's taken about 3/4 of the layer off, I would say. It's very patchy. Once again, I think I'll go with the sanding on that, just because I know I could probably do that within half an hour. Well, easily do that in half an hour. So I wouldn't recommend this Polyvine for boat paint, boat paint stripper. It's supposed to be all good for inside. Might be good for like the wood and all that sort of stuff, but not for boat. It was trial and error really for that. I have seen marine paint stripper, but by the time I've paid those sort of prices and got it delivered to here, I could probably get half of this done anyway, so it might not be worth doing that. But I will look at a few more that's in my local shops that I know I can pick up soon as, and we'll go from there. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day today. Yesterday we had a downpour all day basically. I had to come down here last night, and all of this was flooded. Wasn't coming in through the door. The river's risen for about a foot, I would say. The only thing I found is around the side of this building there's holes at the bottom of the wall, and it started coming in at the back, so we have about an inch or so. You can see it's up to there of water there. So I had to quickly, like I said, come down yesterday. I think the only box that got wet was that sander, but lucky enough the sander wasn't in there. So I can't trust the weather, as obviously you know. It's still in September. You wouldn't expect it to be flooding at this time, but English weather, I guess. So my main thing for today is I'm going to clear all my tools up. As you see, yesterday I got the generator up high, all the lights, sanders and whatever. But I'm going to clear it all up, get most of it in the boat. At the moment, my main tools are the generator, extension lead sander, to carry on sanding this back, and even the decking at the moment. Can't seem to find any better paint stripper. But like I said, main focus, get all of this away, get it all in the boat. I might even consider turning this boat around, just so I'm not walking in all of this wetness, and go from there. Okay, and that's everything pretty much off the floor. Obviously I've got the boat stands, but I think they'll be alright. Got the anchor. Everything else is done. Packed away the table. Should have done that when I started work on it, because that's not mine. I should just move that out of the way. Get more space here. So yeah, I spoke to the landowner yesterday, and he's going to start working on the boat across away from me soon, he said. So my plan is, well, this side is completely done apart from the decking, which I can do. I can pull the boat out a little bit if I need to. But what I need to do is, let me just quickly get back a little bit, is move the boat over there and then straighter. And then that should open up all of this a bit better. And like I said, if I'm going to start working on the back and the decking, I will be on top as well. It might be worth me turning the boat completely around. So the light is on the back. I am going to speak to the landowner, because I'm thinking there is some lighting in here. I don't know if I've mentioned it already. That goes to a switch, but the power's been turned off. But what I could do is run into one of the cables, hook up to my generator with a 240 plug, and I could probably get a couple of these working, because winter is just around the corner and it's going to start getting darker. I've just tried moving it a little bit off camera, and I realised what I've done is I've left the battery hooked up for the last couple months. So that's dead, and this is way too heavy for me to move by myself. So I think that is going to be it for today. It's only a short one today. And tomorrow I'll bring a new battery. We can get all of this stuff in there and then really start sanding. Like I said, I'm going to start sanding the back half and work out if I can get any more paint stripper. If not, I'll be sanding that as well. And then that's pretty much it for the outside done. Well, for sanding, should I say. And then it's on to the repairs. Yeah, it's coming along nicely, to be honest with you. Like I said, take most of the time this side of Christmas fixing stuff up, getting it ready, and then also, you know, first few months next year, do the same, work inside, get that done, and then the minute the weather turns perfect for painting, get this top side painted, and we will be looking pretty good to go on the water. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day. It's starting to flood, as you can see. The rivers are almost going over, I reckon another inch. And this will be all like that. Some areas are lower, so that's probably why it's coming here a little bit more. The boathouse is starting to, you see the floor's a bit damp. It's probably too dark to show you guys, but you can see the reflection there, so it's starting to flood a little bit there. So it's going to be getting difficult for me to move this boat around. So what I'm thinking now is focus on the front, get it all sanded for the rest of this week, hopefully. I have done some more research and I have read your comments, tried to reply to everyone with the paint stripper. Obviously you've seen it at the beginning of this video, I've done the tests and everything, and I think I'm just going to carry on sanding it. It's safer. I could probably get some other stuff, you know. I think you can get marine stripper, but it would just take too long. And I think this week I just want to focus. Well, you've seen how much I've done so far. Just focus on sanding this, even if I don't get the decking done and have to leave that for now because it takes too long. That's fine. And then what I could do is turn this whole boat around, have the back end towards here, which is the driest even when it floods, because it dips down there. So all of this will be floating above water. Then I can take the jockey wheel off, move this boat over, get the light in through this door into the cabin area, and carry on working for that. And then see, after I've sanded that, see how it's going. Either jump inside or just crack on with decking paint. I haven't actually tested it properly with the orbital sander, so that's another thing that'd be interesting. So today I'm going to jump up, probably sand this strip like I did on the other side, get that patch done, sand a little bit around the window if I remember, and really go from there and see how it goes. So let's go for it. Okay, it's a new day. It's actually 2 weeks later. I've come down with COVID and was really bad on that one. So it's actually been 2 weeks. Still obviously damp outside, but it is now all dried up in here. No more flooding for now. So I've just watched the video back because obviously 2 weeks ago I can't remember everything I was saying. But I've actually bought the power supply for the jockey wheel, so we've got permanent power through the generator, so we can move this. But I think today I'm going to sand this whole side here, get this all done, maybe sand the top, that little bit there that's left, and we will check in from there, because today I'm going to try and get a lot done. Today will be the last day for this video, and we'll go from there. Let's go for it. Okay, I've just put the jockey wheel back on. As you can see, I took it off because of the rain and flooding, didn't want to damage it. So this is a machine I got, or it's the same as I use for the diesel heater, 240 input and then 12 volt output, or about 12 to 13 volts, should I say. It's pretty good, so that means continuous power, especially for like the diesel heater. If I ain't got enough battery, I can hook it to this and keep it running as long as I want, because I think I'm going to definitely need some heat in here this year, this winter. But with the new generator, I should be able to just power up a normal heater in there. Anyway, that's beside the thing. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to use. I've got all my wire connections underneath ready to go, so I'm going to get probably the 2 leads from the jockey wheel into here, plug this in, and it should be permanent power. So yeah, let's go for it. Okay, as you can see now, I've got permanent power. That thing converter really does work well. So basically what I want to do is get the boat over at the moment, so I can stand this side a bit easier instead of the boat being halfway across. Also opens this up so people can get in and out. So the next thing I think is I'm going to start sanding this and get most of this sanding done, and go from there. Okay. Okay, just a quick update. Obviously you see it's all sanded up to there, and all of that is sanded, even the top side of it is sanded up to around about there. So what I'm working on now is obviously this is where someone's hit the boat, and you can see their patch job. It goes all the way up. It was up to here. I have taken it back a little bit. Nothing's underneath it. So what I want to try and do is get as much of this off as I can. Sand it all back, make it smooth, repair any damages that I can see, because this did look rough, as you can see, and that's what I want it to look like. Get it all nice and smooth, looking good. So yeah, I'm just using my scraper at the moment, taking little bits off, sanding it down. Yeah, so let's carry on. Okay, some good news and some bad news. So I grinded down the window, got down to the original fiberglass, and the crack actually just stops roughly about here. Probably goes up to there. I haven't sanded the top half yet, but that's a lot better. I thought it was going to be all the way down. Now the bad side. Let me see if I get the light in the right way. You can see from there to about there, so about 2 foot, foot and a half. So what's happened is it's come away from the join, and all they've done is fiberglass up the boat on top of the paint, obviously. So that's going to be a big repair. So I've got to see how I'll do that. Probably take the rub rail off up to where it starts to crack. Same this side, which it weren't too bad up to there. Obviously something's just smashed into that. Sand it all down, grind it down to the original fiberglass like I have there, and we can get it with some biaxial and get that strong again. So that is that side really complete, apart from the deck, which I think I want to try and get the cabin done first, and then I can spend a little time on the decking and make it, and that's all I have to worry about then, is just the decking, getting the paint off. I think my next thing is I've got a drill, got my drill bits. I'm going to start drilling these out, and we can get them out sanded, and obviously they're going to be filled in the future. So yeah, let's carry on. Okay, finally that whole side's done. They're all drilled out, all sanded. If you do see a little bit of blue like that, that's just where it's too indented. I'm gonna have to get a little sander or do something and fill it, get it smooth, but that's future stuff. It's looking really good. That's that side all complete. Obviously I need to do around the window, and the decking. But that's going to be it for this week. Next week we will be jumping on the back, getting all of this sanded, splash well as well, get everything prepared. That'll probably take a week or two. I'm saying that, but it could take longer. And then we can start looking at this decking, get the deck paint off. And then it is start repairing. Like I said, I don't know if I said before actually, I want to try and get it all repaired, get everything ready for next year, roughly about March time, when the weather starts turning better, and have this ready to paint, which only take a couple of weeks from now. I know what I'm doing with the paint when I've got the right paint. But yeah, I'll leave a time lapse. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly turn the boat around, get it into its place for next week, and I'll leave you with that. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.